when you rock their base and you fall to the side, you want their foot off the ground because it allows you to maintain this. Okay, try to stand back up, Hudson. See, he can't stand back up because I'm dumping his weight onto his hands and onto his leg by keeping this off the floor. But if I just put this foot on the ground, now stand back up. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep him off balance. So the whole intention with this is just to take this leg off of the floor. Okay, so make sure you guys are emphasizing that. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the reactions the top person can have when you do this off balance, and that's going to determine what attack you're going to do. Okay, so if I rock and Tyson doesn't put his hands on the floor, he tries to just like stay like super tall like this. Maybe I don't have the collar, he stays super tall. There's a couple of sweeps I can hit. I can come under and do the take out the recycling sweep. I can do this is if I don't have a collar and he stands tall. I can do the take out the trash. See, and I start to stand with his leg. If I do have his collar, and he posts both hands like this, I can let go of the collar and I can post on his tricep. And I can start to come up and expose his back this way. Okay? The most common reaction you'll see after you get to a certain level, people will make that mistake for a bit and then they'll pretty much always react the way I'm going to show you, is they hold your collar and they drop one knee to the floor. They'll do this, like that. They'll drop one knee. Because, let's take this way a little bit. What they're trying to do is just close this space off to you. I can't underhook and get underneath. It's just making it harder, and it's causing more steps for me to have to sweep them, okay? So this is the reaction we're gonna be working off of, okay? I'm gonna show you the attack we're gonna do, and then I'll explain it. More time. Okay. So what we're doing right now, just like what your body's doing, I guess. We kick, we start to rock, he drops his knee to the floor. Come this way a little bit, Tessie. I'm gonna hook my leg inside, and my first goal is just to switch my pant grip to an underhook, okay? So if you let go of this really quick, I wanna underhook his leg, like that. But I can't just let go and do it, because the moment I let go, he's gonna drop his knee inside, okay? So, this is how I switch to my underhook. I'm holding his leg, and now it frees up this arm to underhook and grab my shin. One, I hold at the thigh, and then I underhook right at his ankle, and I hold my shin, okay? Now, I'm gonna take my De La Riva. It's already out pretty much because you can't really keep it in from this angle, but I've already off balanced him, so I don't need it in. I'm gonna wrap my instep around his back like that, like I'm gonna kick him in the side. And now I start to bring this leg from my hip up to my shoulder, like this. And what I'm thinking about doing is going face down, okay? So the back of my shoulder's on the ground, this shoulder right here, I'm gonna tuck it and start to get up to my knees, see? I'm on my side, I tuck my shoulder, look, my elbow starts to come in, and this knee's gonna go to the floor, see? I let his leg fall in front of me, and I'm gonna rotate until my hip makes his knee go to the floor. So look, as I look to the other direction, See? And now I can take my hook out, start to hook his hip, and then I'm looking for a belt grip. And I just start to scoot back. I'm putting my first hook in. I'm looking for an underhook on the arm so he can't rotate. And then I'm attacking my seatbelt and getting my hooks. What's next? What do I do here? Foot behind his back. I can feel my instep wrapping on his back right here. And now what do I do? I gotta bring this high. It's still super low, so I start to bring it up high. And I kind of do this simultaneously. Like as I'm bringing this up, I'm already looking face down. See? I'm starting to bring my shoulder under. Look at my bottom knee. See? His foot's on the ground. I'm posting on my head. I'm not like laying on him or anything. I'm on my head and on my knee. And now I look the other direction and my hips, stay right here, Tyson. My hip is gonna force his knee to the ground. And that's when I'm gonna be able to look at him and then start to attack his back. So put your leg back up. See, my knee's on the ground, my right hip. Look, it's kind of like I'm laying on it. And now my legs come out and I start to look to put my hook across his back. He can't really turn into me because I'm still underhooking his leg, right? If he tries to turn into me, it's like that wrestling move where you're underneath turtle and you grab here so that he can't like face you. It's like the same mechanic, okay? So it kind of freezes him in place. So I maintain that underhook the whole time. And then I control his hip. And now I think about stepping on the floor and scooting myself back and pulling him into my lap, okay? And when I go for the upper body control, I just underhook the shoulder like this. Because on this side, I have a hook, so he can't turn this way. Like this is like stopping him. Try to turn to your left, Tyson, see? But he can turn to his right. So I have to get that first, and then I get my seatbelt, so I have full control. Okay. I'm going to show you guys one more time. We're going to practice it. I'm going to watch you, and then we're going to come back and fix whatever we need to fix. Okay, you guys have any questions? We're gonna come back and do it again, but I wanna see what you guys do, and then we can work on it from there, okay? Let's go, 1, 2, 3. Everybody's doing all of this really well, and now when we get to the turn, there's one part I want you to change. So this is what a lot of you guys are doing. You're doing this well, and then you're starting to turn, but you're thinking about putting their knee on the floor. So that looks like this. See this? How his knee's kind of going on the ground? I want you to think about making him do this. So just relax your legs and step. I want you to make him think about doing that, or think about making him do that. Okay, so as I turn, I'm thinking about the bottom of his foot. I'm lifting my hips. See, my hips are off the floor. And now this underhook is kind of placing his foot on the ground. You see? And now as I go face down, I'm not controlling his leg, but now my hip can start to force his knee to the ground from here. See? Now I make him go to a knee. You see? And then once he's on a knee, then I can start to attack his back. Okay, so the change, once again, what I want you guys to change, you can just drop a knee. Yeah. So you're going across the hip. I'm getting ready to go face down. Let's look at this up. So I'm getting ready to go face down. And I'm really like, I can tell I have control with this little hook on his leg. I'm gonna intentionally place his foot on the ground. So as I go face down, my knee's on the floor. See? Like that. And I'm still holding it. And now I start to look in the other direction. I can even use my hand. And once I'm looking here, I can start to drop my hip. See? And it forces his leg to the ground. And now I start to take both hooks out, and I start to sit up and look for his back. Does that make sense? Okay. Do you guys have any other questions you guys have felt? You did it really well, like suspiciously well. Okay. Let's keep trying it. 1, 2, 3.